hands on Farrakhan.
All right, go ahead, brother.
That man's heart is not only for the black man and woman, but it's for all human beings.
That's right. Exactly right.
So as brother comes up, he's in his defense of our leader and in defense of us as a people.
That's right.
See? It's today you have to take a stand. You can't be lukewarm.
No.
Right.
You can't straddle the fence.
That's right.
Either you're with God or you're with the devil.
That's right.
Which
Simple
one
as
you
that.
gonna choose?
Yes,
All right, then.
The devil's time is up. So if you choose him, you go with him.
That's right.
But if you choose God, the kingdom of God is waiting on his people. So with that being said,
Sir, go ahead.
Keep talking, brother. Keep talking.
with that being said, let me bring up our brother.
You doing all right, brother?
Brother Herman has been given and asked to take the position of trying to help our people get to where God wants us to be. Now, he ain't going to be able to do it by himself. He needs help.
That's right.
And so as we go out to get you, we're hoping that what we say to you or what comes from this rostrum will inspire you to want to get up and help.
That's right.
Brother's a very good brother, very productive brother.
Yes, sir.
He's an entrepreneur. He's a businessman.
Right.
You know, he's been a businessman long as I know him.
That's right.
And I've known him over 20 years.
That's right.
So, you know, the awesome task to try to help the man that God gave us. There ain't but one Farrakhan.
That's right.
But Farrakhan is making men.
That's right.
Is that right?
And win.
And women.
That's right.
And so, you know, we have a class on Monday night. This Monday is open for all men.
Right.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
And we make men.
Yes, sir.
So sisters, if you're in need of a man, then you come to the place where we manufacture men.
That's right.
Do you understand? We have a manufacturing company, and our company manufactures men.
Come on with it now, brother.
We ain't making shoes, we ain't making clothes, we making men. Because that's what God did in the beginning. Let us make a man.
Yes, sir.
In our image after his likeness. Is that right?
That's
So
right.
the minister's making men in the image and likeness of God.
That's right.
With the help of God, not by himself now. So with that being said, let me bring up our brother who will take us further into the defense of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, our leader, teacher, and guide. Assalamu alaikum. Now that's my opening and that's my closing. I never got to that.
Let's keep it going for Brother Gerald. Just a little bit taller than my brother. Let me first start by saying, in the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah. I bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger. As students and followers of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, we thank Allah for all of his messengers, all of his prophets, all of the scriptures that they brought. We thank Allah and we believe in Abraham and Moses and the Torah, the Abrahamic prophets. We thank Allah for all of them. We thank Allah for Jesus and the gospel, the New Testament. We thank Allah for Prophet Muhammad ibn Abdullah of Arabia 1400 years ago, and the revelation of the divine Holy Quran Sharif. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon each and every one of these worthy servants of His. As students of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, we can never thank Allah enough, get this now, for his intervention in our affairs.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
Go ahead.
Yes,
The
sir.
black man and woman in the hells of North America.
That's right.
Yes, sir. In the divine person of Master Farrakhan Muhammad.
That's right.
We believe him to be the great Mahdi of the Muslims,
Yes,
the
sir.
long-awaited one.
God in person,
Yes, sir.
and the Messiah of the Christians. We thank him for raising up in our midst a Georgia-born black man.
Come on.
Teach.
He's only 5'5".
Come on. Come on.
But a giant in terms of his impact on black people and the world.
Yes, sir.
The most honorable Elijah Muhammad. But if I live to be 1,000 years old, I personally could never thank Allah enough for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. An example of a man.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Many of us never knew a man.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Many of us didn't ever grow up with a father in our home. I grew up with a father in my home, fortunately.
Come on.
But when my father departed, which was very early in my life, when I was 15 years old, he led me to another man.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
And that was the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
In their 3 holy and righteous names, and in the names of all of the righteous servants of God, we just want to take this opportunity to thank you and to greet you in the greeting words of peace. Assalamu alaikum. Praise be to Allah.
Yes, sir.
We want to welcome each and every one of you and thank you all for taking time out of your day to come and fellowship with us at our new Denver Nation of Islam Study Center.
Yes, sir.
We want to thank, and I think I heard Brother Juro mention the pastors of this church, Pastor George and Tamara Kwanzaa. Let's give them a round. Praise be to Allah for allowing us to use this space as a place where we can help to propagate the teaching of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, where we can try and help to really change the condition of our community.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's our goal.
Yes, sir.
We're not here just trying to, dress up, look pretty, and say some flowery language.
Right.
Our mission is to really uplift fallen humanity.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I mean, really. And I thank Pastors George and Tamara Kwanzaa because they recognize that. And they not spiritual gangbangers.
Yeah.
Teach, brother.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yes, sir.
They upstairs praising the Lord right now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? They got the music going, the drums popping, and they know what we teach. They know who we are. They not tripping.
That's right.
This is about unity.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
That's right.
Teach.
So
Come
my
on.
subject today, I want to deal with, of course, defending the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, but I really want to talk about the unity of 40 to 50 million black people
Yes, sir.
and how powerful that can be. Because we haven't realized it yet. Is that right?
That's right.
We really haven't. But I just want to tell you a little bit of how this thing came about in terms of us being in this space before we get into it. As I don't want to say luck, but luck is a good word. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Luck is a good word because a lot of times we do need to be lucky.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
But we were looking for a space. We had been going around to firehouses and libraries and different places and sharing the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad since we became displaced from the spot that we had, which of course was the Knowledge Cafe. And as luck would have it, our brother Afsar sells automobiles. And a lovely couple walked in and they were looking for a vehicle for their daughter, right? And so they told Brother Afsar what they did. We have this church in Mount Bello and blah, blah, blah. And Brother Afsar mentioned how we needed some space. Well, they said, okay, we don't have a problem with that. Who is the minister or head of your group?
Come on.
And Brother Afsar said, it's Brother Herman Muhammad. And sister looked.
Come on.
And she said, y'all can have anything y'all want.
Come on.
It's not that I'm so great, because I'm not. Trust and believe. But this sister, Sister Tamara Kwanzaa, was one of my mother who just passed at the end of July. It was her best friend.
Yes, sir.
Her best friend. Y'all not listening.
Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
my mother had been ill for a long time. And she had started years ago coming to this church right here. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Before
sir.
her and my stepfather started their own church, Divine Journey. And so they left and they started their own church, but they still remained friends with the pastors of this church, right? This facility housed a beauty salon, beauty school that my mother used to teach at, and it houses a school during the week. That this all-purpose room that we're using, they use this as a school. But and they were in constant contact up until my mom passed. In fact, they did the Pastor George did the eulogy at my mother's funeral.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
But it never occurred to me to ask, hey, do I have any space? You know, it's something about perception. A lot of times, something can be right in front of you,
Yes, sir.
but it's so close that you can't see it.
That's right.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Right in your face.
So, to make a long story short, whenever my mother was ill, she would call for Sister Tam and Brother George to come over and pray. And like I said, they did the eulogy for her church. But they let us know that they had all of this space that they weren't using, and that we were welcome to come in
Yes, sir.
and use it.
Yes, sir.
So this is the beginning of something great.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Muslim Christian unity.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, a lot of times we have a problem with trying to convince our people, especially our young brothers, to stop gang banging, because we religious gang banging ourselves.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Go
I'm
ahead,
a Muslim.
brother.
Or I'm a Christian. Well, I'm a Baptist. I'm a Methodist. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. And we all think that we right.
That's right. Go ahead.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And maybe you are right. But listen. Allah's number, one of his numbers, is 7. Is that right?
right.
Y'all familiar with why one of Allah's numbers is 7?
Go ahead.
Teach it, brother.
Because in the scripture, God gives the devil 6 days
That's
to
right.
work.
That's right.
He said, get busy.
Yeah.
Whatever you can. But on the 7th day, you got to rest.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's how the religions are. We all trying to get to 7.
Yeah.
So Hebrew Israelites talking about, hey man, 3 plus 4 is 7. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ain't no other way.
Yeah.
Christians most of the time be like, Jesus told me, baby, that 5 plus 2 is
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. Go ahead.
That's it. And you better go through this way or else you're not getting in.
Right.
The Muslims say, no, brother, no.
Come on.
6 plus 1
Yeah.
equals
Yeah,
7.
yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how we do it.
Yeah.
That's
Go
how we do
ahead,
it.
brother.
Yeah, I do it.
But we all try to get to 7.
That's all
Yes,
we're trying to do. That's all we're trying to
So
do.
we figured it out. Like, okay, you know what? 3 plus 4 do equal 7.
Yes, sir.
So do 5 plus 2.
All right.
And so do 6 plus
Yeah,
1.
that
Yeah.
makes sense.
So I'm not gonna trip. We all just gonna try and get to 7.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Praise
you go,
be
brother.
to Allah. So we're in a state of unity. Unity means, just on that wise, the state of being joined or united as a whole.
Yes, sir.
Divisions, split up factions, becoming one.
Yes, sir.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
That's what unity is. Unity don't mean the same thing as uniformity. See, that's our problem. See, a lot of times we think that we all need to be in the same uniform. Uniformity means that we just look the same.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I got a suit and tie on, brother got a suit and tie on, brother got a suit and tie on, brother got a suit and tie on. We all in uniform. Right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But that don't mean we all in unity.
Sure don't.
Yeah, that's right.
Sure don't.
See, unity is not just looking the same. Unity is when we want the same thing.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
sir.
right.
Preach on. Yes, sir.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Unity is when we want the same things. In this community, we all should want to see our people free.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All of us.
That's right.
All of them. Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
And we all should work towards that goal.
Yes,
Is
sir.
that right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, one of the things that he said was, and he said so many things, that our unity was more powerful than an atomic or a hydrogen bomb.
Bomb.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
That's right.
Yes,
He
sir.
said that.
Yes,
That's right.
sir.
Yes, he did.
And the thing that I've learned in following the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is that everything that the messenger said needs to be studied.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
You need to
Right.
study
You gotta
that.
study
That's right.
it. You got to study.
Like, why did he say
That's
that?
right. That's right.
How powerful is an atomic
Yeah.
bomb?
Yeah.
Come
Why
on.
that
How
example?
powerful
Come on.
is a hydrogen bomb?
Yes, sir.
Come on now.
Man, look, I had to look it up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
'Cause
sir.
I don't know. I mean, I heard about them, but I don't know. I never experienced that. And, you know, the devil, he knows how powerful
Yeah.
they are because he's the only one who ever dropped one.
That's right.
Is that right?
That's
Okay,
right.
brother. All right.
Two.
True. Okay, brother.
But he don't want nobody else to have
No,
That's right.
Sure
mass
don't.
destruction.
Yeah.
An atomic bomb, that's the first bomb. That's a bomb that's made through a process called fission. It's measured
Einstein.
in kilotons.
Yeah,
Anybody know what a
Einstein.
kiloton is?
Einstein.
A kiloton is 1,000 tons. But it's measured in kilotons of TNT or dynamite.
Yes, sir.
That's what a atom bomb is. The atom bomb that they dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the first one weighed between 12 and 18 kilotons.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh my God.
That's in the thousands of
Oh,
pounds,
I'm
right?
thinking. My God.
It was so cold, when you study what they did to the Japanese, that made them really bow down and really ended the war. It was so cold that they drop them, they used a parachute to drop them.
Yes, sir. That's right.
That's right. Yes, sir.
That's right.
This is how powerful this bomb is.
Right.
They use a parachute to drop it, and it explodes 2 miles before it ever hits the ground.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
That's massive.
Come on.
You talk about some destruction.
Yeah.
Power.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The one that they dropped on, because they had two of them, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, they called them Fat Man and Little Boy. That
That's
was
right.
cold.
That's what they called him. Yeah.
Sure did.
Fat Man was in between 18 and 23 kilotons. Now again, a kiloton is 1,000 tons of dynamite or TNT.
Yes, sir.
That one they dropped, again, never hit the ground, but that one was so powerful it killed 85,000 people.
Wow.
One bomb.
Yeah.
Now the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said that your and my unity is more powerful than that.
Yes, sir.
A hydrogen bomb is measured in a unit called megatons.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Megatons, brother. Now, a megaton is 1,000,000 tons of TNT.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Mega means wicked,
And the bombs that the U.S. has in its arsenal, some of the biggest ones have 50 megatons.
Yes, sir.
Man,
yeah. World destruction.
destruction. They boast that they could destroy the world 30 times over.
That's right. That's what they do.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
But the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said that our unity is more powerful than that.
Yes, sir.
More powerful.
Yes, sir.
I mean, think that over now. Think that over. I want to read something from, I got a bunch of books. I brought a little arsenal over here.
Come on,
Yes, sir.
teach.
From this book right here, Message to the Black Man.
Yes, sir.
This is a book that was published in 1965.
Yes, sir.
Compiled, of course, by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, articles that he wrote over the years and whatnot. But on page 220 of this illustrious book, he writes, land of our own and qualifications, the unity of 22 million.
Yes, sir.
Now, we're talking about unity, right? Now, just listen to this and just think about today and where we are in 2018, and then think about how this was written in what year did I say?
1964.
1965.
Oh, 5. Okay. That's a 4.
The unity of 22 million so-called Negroes up from slavery is the answer to our salvation. We are suffering untold torture and murder at the hands of our enemies, the children of our slave master, because of the lack of unity. The cause of this lack of unity among us is due to the work and teaching of our enemies, the slave master's children. Our slave master's children have reared our fathers and mothers to be enemies of each other. They have destroyed our love of self and kind. They have educated us to hate and refuse all that goes for black people. This lack of love for self and kind keeps us divided. And being divided, we are a nation of prey at the hands of our ever-open enemies. Whatever the amount of education we receive from our enemies, we are still the slaves of our enemies due to the lack of knowledge of self, God, and the devil. The true religion, self-pride, self-interest, and self-independence, and the desire of a country and of a government of our own under the law of justice and righteousness for every one of our poor black people throughout the earth. But let us start first here in America, where we are the victims of no freedom, justice, and equality, and we know the pains of being divided. Now, I want to stop there. That's heavy. I said a whole lot in that paragraph.
Yes, sir.
I want to stop there because, again, dealing with unity, we just came through the midterm elections.
That's right.
That's right.
Joke.
We just came through the midterm elections.
Yes, sir.
And we're probably, I don't know, so happy because there was a so-called blue wave in Colorado.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Did I? Are we? No?
Go ahead, brother. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Get put out.
Not this room.
Get put out.
Our people are happy about that.
Blue wave, man.
Yeah.
Because the Democrats are in office, right?
Yes, sir.
Especially in Colorado. They won back the House, so a lot of our people are cheering, hooray! Because now we get to check Donald Trump. Right? He been going off.
That's right, man.
Without no checks and no balances. Both houses of Congress and the Supreme Court. He the president, he just been getting it in.
Yeah, just any way he wants to.
So now we feel like, yeah, now we can check Donald Trump.
That's right.
You can't check Donald
We
Trump.
can't check him. We can't check him. Why, Minister? Why can't we check him?
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna tell you why. But in Colorado, I'm gonna stay local for a moment. And let me do a disclaimer.
Come on with it, brother. Come on with it.
Because every time we talk about politics, especially with a lot of our sisters, man, really love, voting. And I get it, our people died. You hear the argument. Our people died for the right to vote and whatnot. And I don't want to discount what our people did and suffered in order to vote or anything of that nature. But
Come on. Back away.
if we are to vote, we should vote our interests.
That's right.
That's right.
First.
That's right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yes, sir.
If we are to put our weight, political weight, behind a candidate, that candidate should express our interest.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
And the problem with, because I voted.
Yes, sir.
I voted. But and who we vote for is all right?
Yeah.
But I tell y'all who I voted for. Most of the candidates that I saw, man, I just scratched their name out and wrote Minister Farrakhan's name.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's a good one.
I just gotta be real. In this local election, the only candidate that I voted for that I knew was a sister who was running for RTD, Chantel Lewis. And I voted for her because that's our sister.
Right.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I know where she come from.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I know her, and even though the RTD thing isn't a big office, that might lead to something later on down the line.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But I do not vote for people who don't represent my interests.
Right.
Excuse me.
Jared Polis don't represent my interests.
Sure don't.
Sorry, I know he's a Democrat, but I'm not a Democrat.
You know?
Walker Stapleton don't represent my interests. That's George Bush's little cousin.
That's right.
Y'all know who the Stapletons were in Colorado?
Oh, come on.
That's the Ku Klux Klan.
That's right.
Okay.
I'm gonna vote for him. Oh, hell no.
No.
But we rode in, black people was happy, man. I saw the little pictures on Facebook and in the newspaper of us standing with Jason Crow and Jared Polis. Yay!
Oh, good Lord.
But I'm thinking, damn, what did they promise us?
Nothing. Not a thing.
Absolutely nothing.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
Got you.
here's the biggest problem I have with us as a people and the way that we vote. Because there was once a time where black people didn't vote for Democrats. We voted Republican.
Sure did.
Because Republican was the party of Lincoln.
Yep.
Y'all know that history?
Yes, sir.
They didn't start voting Democrat until, who was it? Anybody know? Franklin Roosevelt and the New Deal.
Okay.
Search that history.
Okay. Roosevelt.
But we voted for Jared Polis. You know what I'm saying? I see all these black people running around Jared Polis, and Jared Polis claimed the fame. And admittedly, he didn't push it during the election. But as soon as he won, they pushed it. We have the first Jewish homosexual.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Sure did. Yes, they did. Came out. Came all the way out with it.
The first openly gay Jew
Jewish.
Oh my God.
governor in history.
Emphasizing the Jewish.
Emphasize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sir.
Now look. Before y'all call me a homophobe,
You're not. We
I
understand.
don't care what that man do in his
That's what I'm saying.
I don't either.
That has nothing
I
to do
really
with
don't.
anything.
Sure doesn't, sister.
I really would rather not know at all what he does in his
Yeah,
life.
sure. Come on with it then, mister.
Exactly.
Remember this in the scripture. He made that covenant and he told Abraham that, look, man, your seed, he talked about a seed that will be a stranger in a strange land. For the most part, Democrat, we celebrating the blue wave.
Yes, sir. That's
Is that many of us,
I like what you're saying.
this is real, brother, this is real. Because we really have to look at what it is that we're saying when we associate ourselves with these political parties.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because these aren't political parties that were formed by us.
Yeah.
Their agendas weren't formed by us.
Yeah.
So while we associate ourselves with them, man, God only knows.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But another thing that the Democrats say that they are, and a lot of times we jump on the bandwagon, is they say they're pro-choice. Now, I don't want to offend no sisters.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
I don't. I really don't.
Yeah, I know, brother.
But I want you to see
You gotta tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
You gotta tell the truth.
the evil behind what they make to seem like it's good.
Yeah, that's right.
Nothing but
Because
That's right.
ain't nothing but evil behind it.
look, I agree. A woman has a right to do with her body as she chooses.
That's right.
I can't be one who says that, you know what I'm saying? I can't say that you can't choose what to do with your body. But when they say we're pro-choice, really what they're saying is you're pro-abortion.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Exactly what it
Go
means.
ahead, brother.
That's
Exactly
what
what
they're
it
saying.
Nothing else but that.
And I can't agree with
Me
the
either.
murder
Mm-mm.
of black babies.
Uh-uh. No way.
Have you all ever heard of a woman named Margaret Sanger?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
brother.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir. Go ahead.
I'll teach on that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I have.
Teach on that.
Okay, if you ever, and I don't want y'all to believe me, I want y'all to look this up.
Right. Do your research.
I want you to say, man, that man can't be telling the truth. I want you to look it up because you're gonna find that what we're saying is the absolute truth.
Right.
Margaret Sanger is the founder of Planned Parenthood.
That's right.
That's right. That's who she is.
Go
I knew
ahead.
that name. Yeah.
Margaret
That's it.
Sanger was a eugenist,
Right.
Yes.
Yes,
a
sir.
white supremacist.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Who said, she's quoted as saying that black people were a weed that needed to be exterminated.
Yes.
That's
That's
right.
right.
That's
Look
right.
it up.
Yes, it's there.
Planned Parenthood.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
And she said, she came up with this idea of Planned Parenthood as a way to exterminate black babies.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Sterilize them.
Sterilizing. That's right.
Yep.
She and her cohorts planned to put Planned Parenthood clinics all throughout
Sure.
black neighborhoods.
That's
Sure
right.
did. Put
That's
them
right.
everywhere, on every corner.
Look it out.
That's right.
Yes.
And they did.
Do y'all know where the largest black I said black, but the largest Planned Parenthood clinic in Denver is, or Colorado?
Downtown.
Mm.
Downtown.
I don't
Go
know.
ahead.
Off
Off Quebec, it's close. Right over there behind the King Center.
Yeah.
In the heart of Park Hill. In the heart of the black community. But slowly not becoming black.
Go ahead.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
It's been there for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But everywhere in the country, these Planned Parenthoods are always in the black community.
That's right.
It was in
And
my
they
black
sell
community.
it. The conspiracy was so cold that she and her cohorts felt like they needed to use, get this, the black preacher.
That's right.
Sure did.
That's right.
Push
They push
Planned
it.
Parenthood.
That's
Yes, they
right.
did.
To teach their parishioners to be responsible and to plan their families. So if you didn't want a child at this particular time, go ahead and abort that child. Get on some sort of birth control.
Yeah.
This was her whole plan.
Twisted.
Planned Parenthood. So this is how cold this whole thing has worked. Because we're talking about politics, right? This is where we at in the portion. We're talking about politics. And how in this system of politics, this is about a numbers game, right?
Yeah.
The more votes you receive, you win. Is that right? The one who gets the most votes wins. Right? Isn't that the way it's supposed to work? The more votes, the more population you have.
Yeah, that's right, brother.
The more population you have in your city, amongst your people, the more representation you have.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So districts are comprised of the size of your population.
Oh, okay.
Number of representatives you have in a particular state depend on the population that you have.
Oh.
Did you all know that?
I
So
didn't.
this isn't a true democracy, it's a democratic republic.
Yeah.
So your representation is based upon your population. Your population or the representation that you have is who you send to Congress via the House of Representatives
That's right.
or the Senate. They're supposed to represent your interests. That's why I said don't vote for anybody who doesn't represent your interests.
Right.
Yeah.
So going back to being Democrats, going back to planning our families, going back to going to the abortion clinics, which many of us had. And brothers, we're not excluded from that because some of us drove our women to the abortion
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Say I'm lying.
Yes, sir.
Don't.
Yes, sir. Speaking of
Y'all know
children.
it. So when we do this, guess what happens? Since 1983, listen to me good. Black women have had 17 million abortions.
Oh my God.
Did y'all hear me?
Man, I'm sick.
Not just, I'm not talking about all women. I said black women
That's why I'm shocked.
have had 17 million abortions since 1983.
Damn.
So that's 17 million. Look what you're doing in your representative politics now.
Yeah.
That 17 million who were born in 1983 will be how old now? 35,
About
right?
35, something, yeah.
Do the math. 35.
35, yeah.
Those are voters.
Teach.
Did y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Those are voters.
Hell of a trip.
Ain't that a hell of a trick?
That's a hell of a trip.
So you vote, you in a party that is exterminating your population.
Teaching.
Yes.
That ain't my best
Yeah.
interest.
Yeah.
That's not your best interest.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Sure ain't mine.
We was so upset when Donald Trump won.
Oh man, come on, man.
We was so upset.
I was
Like,
sick of the
oh
dog.
my God.
Why?
Oh my God.
Why? Oh my goodness.
And we would have voted, we would have much rather if Hillary would have won,
Oh,
right?
God.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Okay. Hell yeah. Like enthusiasm.
Scary.
Did you know that Hillary Clinton received the Margaret Sanger Award?
Yes, sir.
Teach.
Oh, you trapped me again. I'm in trouble again, mister. Okay, let me shut up then. Let me shut up, mister.
She said that Margaret Sanger was a great
She
woman.
sure did.
She did a whole speech
She sure did.
in honor of Margaret Sanger.
Yep.
See, so whether you're with the Democrats, Democrats,
We can't win, but you get that?
or whether you're with the Republican, excuse me, Republicans, they're not for you.
Hell no.
Either one.
Neither one of them is.
Either one. So this whole thing with politics, brothers and sisters, we really need to leave it alone.
Yes, sir.
Until and unless
Yes, sir.
we have candidates who represent
Yes, sir.
our interests.
Yes, sir.
What we need to do is unify. Remember unity. Get your money right.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Black man.
Now,
Black
come
woman.
on.
Yes.
Preach on now.
Get your money
Get
right.
your money right.
Get your businesses right.
Right.
Get your, first off, let me say, let's go in the correct order. Get yourself right.
That's the first place to begin.
That's right.
That's the first place to start.
Get yourself right.
Yeah, that's the first place to start. Yeah, get yourself together.
Get yourself right. get your family right.
Yes, sir.
Right?
If we have babies who are unplanned, which all of us do.
Yes, sir.
'Cause I got 5 babies.
Come on.
They're one of my
Come on.
plans.
Come on. Come on, sir. Never one of mine was.
Not for that reason.
You ain't
Not
playing
for that
nothing.
reason. Not for that reason.
Allah is sufficient. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
God is
Sufficient.
sufficient.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Don't fall into the trap of killing your babies
Come
or
on.
taking these pills that ain't no damn
Good for you, man.
Look, I can tell you about that birth control pill too. I'm not gonna do it right now. But that's no good.
It's no
Right.
good. It's not healthy.
It's no good. We're killing ourselves.
Yes.
And we're killing future generations, right?
Yeah.
So if we get ourselves right, get our families right, get our communities right,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
begin to get our businesses right.
Yes, sir.
See, all of this starts with us. All of this starts with self with regards to black people.
Right.
Once we have all of that together, they will have to come to us and tell them what they will do for us if we vote for them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's right. That's right.
If they don't, we don't
We ain't gonna fool with them.
lend our support to any of them.
None of them,
That's
man.
The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said that you should hold your vote. Could you imagine if 40 to 50 million black people
Come on.
just didn't vote Democrat
Come on,
or
man.
Republican?
Right.
Come on.
Remember, your unity is more powerful
Then them bombs
than
you
the
mentioned.
atomic
Yes,
or
sir.
hydrogen bomb.
Yes, sir.
Because if you did that, brothers and sisters, now they got to come to you and say, hey, how can we get your vote? In representative politics.
They never asked me again.
You know what I'm saying? If you believe, if you believe in this system and the way that it works, they got to come to you.
That's right.
And if they don't, well, hell, we got ourselves together, we got our families together, we got our communities together, we got our
Yeah.
business together. Who gives a damn? We don't need them anyway.
No, that's right. What do you need them for?
We govern ourselves.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, man, just make your communities decent places to live.
Yes, sir.
Make your places, your communities, decent places to live and self-govern yourself. To where you don't need the enemy to come in and say that they represent you.
Period.
Then, and in the worst case scenario, if you really want to participate in this particular politics, buy you a politician.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They for sale.
That's right.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes,
sir.
for
Buy you
sale.
one.
Buy
You
you
got
one.
your stuff together. You got your
That's
community
right.
together.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? My bellow is popping. You know, businesses is all black.
Come on now.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Muslims and Christians and Hebrews got it together.
Yeah.
Buy you a politician
Yeah.
if you want to participate.
Yeah.
Otherwise, leave that thing alone.
Shoot.
You understand what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
Praise be to Allah. Y'all all right?
Praise be to
Yes,
God.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Drew Ali said the same.
So look, I want to give you these 10 points real quick.
Go ahead.
I'm running out of time.
Yes, sir.
But we're gonna do it, inshallah. On page 170 of this glorious book, Message to the Black Man. These are just points that I want you to remember, and I'm gonna go through them real quickly. Separate yourselves from the slave master.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead.
That's one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
That's one. Number 2, pool your resources, education, and qualifications for independence. That's number 2. 3, stop forcing yourselves into places where you are not wanted.
No,
That's
that's
right.
right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Hello, somebody.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Number 4, make your own neighborhood, this is just what we said, a decent place to live. Number 5, rid yourselves of the lust of wine and drink and learn to love self and your kind before loving others.
Right, right, right.
Okay.
Number 6, unite to create a future for yourself. Number 7, build your own homes, schools, hospitals, and factories.
Yes,
Number
sir.
8, do not seek to mix your blood through racial integration.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Number 9, stop buying expensive cars,
I know.
fine clothes,
Yes.
and shoes before being able to live in a fine home.
I know.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead, brother.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Praise Allah.
Come on. Yes, sir.
Number 10, spend your money among yourselves. Number 11, build an economic system among yourselves.
Yes, sir.
And number 12 is probably the most important of them all. Protect your women.
That's
Oh,
right. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
at all costs. As Brother Malcolm
Your
said.
women.
Brother Malcolm said all costs.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, he said all
Praise
costs.
be to Allah. Praise be to Allah. So I wanted to just say some things about, and I'm going to finish out with this whole politics thing, but before I do that, I just wanted to talk just a little bit about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
And his trip to Iran. And just some of the subsequent controversy that surrounds the minister and what we're looking at.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Really what we're looking at in this hour. Because many of us don't really realize who the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is.
Sure
Come
don't.
on.
Sure don't.
Come on.
Sure don't.
Come on.
We really don't.
We really don't.
And you know, it's one thing, and I learned this lesson, man, since my mother passed, is that we really don't understand the value of a person until they're no longer with
That's
us.
right.
Come on.
Yeah,
Come
That's
on.
what
That's
happens.
true.
That's
We
true.
really don't.
Come on.
That's right.
But the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has gone before us, you and I, and made friends for us all over.
Yeah, he did.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, he did.
Yes.
But when he goes to a place like Iran, the enemy goes immediately to work. Because Iran is one of their enemies.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's right.
But just because a country is an enemy of an American, of the country America, doesn't mean, or the government of America, doesn't mean that you're my enemy.
That's
Right.
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 That's right.
Do y'all understand
Yeah.
that?
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Understand that you and I, brothers and sisters, have never enjoyed the rights and privileges of being a full citizen in this country.
That's
Never.
right. That's
Never.
right.
Never.
Not even to this day.
If we did, they wouldn't be able to shoot us down
That's right.
like dogs in the street.
No.
That's right.
See what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
If we did, we wouldn't be talking about this whole political thing because there would be a different reality.
Yeah.
for
Yes,
us.
sir.
They've always counted us. Even in slavery, they counted us. They just counted us as 3/5 of a human being.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay.
That's
Okay.
right.
Teach that.
That's
You
right.
understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But you never enjoyed the full rights.
Right. Right.
So when the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan goes to Iran and different nations that are enemies to America, he's going really on our behalf.
That's right.
He really is. But they have vilified him. They have really during the last, I want to say since Savior's Day,
Yeah,
which
that's
at the
right.
end
That's
of
right.
February, they've stepped up their attack
Yes, sir.
on the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan by calling him an anti-Semite,
That's right.
Yes.
anti-gay, anti-white, anti-this,
Anti-everything, yeah, you
anti-that.
name
I mean, you name it, they labeling the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan with these names. And what they're doing is they're straight up lying.
Yes,
Straight
sir.
out lying.
But they're using the media in order to do it.
Yes, yes, sir.
Not thinking that as a people, we will go into the book or go into social media or YouTube and see what he actually
Yes,
seen
sir. Yes, sir.
to get the truth from what they putting out
Yes.
there.
Right.
So a lot of our people, they run up on me all the time in the barbershop. But what's going on with Minister Farrakhan? He said death to America. Come on.
Come on,
man.
you know, damn, oh, excuse me.
Not want to research.
You know he
Go
ain't
ahead,
said
go
nothing
ahead.
like that.
Come on.
You know he ain't, come on
Go
now.
ahead.
You know better than that.
Just crazy.
Yeah, crazy stuff, man.
But what's happening, I want to point out to you, sisters and brothers, is scriptural. It's scriptural.
Yes, sir.
Because the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us and has taught us that the Bible, from cover to cover, is about you and I.
That's right.
It's about black people here in the hills of
That's
Israel.
right. That's
From
right.
cover to cover.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
From
Teach.
Genesis to Revelation.
Yes, sir.
Tour to the break of the show.
Yeah,
Okay.
all that,
Yes, sir.
brother. All of that.
Okay.
But in the scripture, in the book of Revelation, I want to say the 12th chapter, there's a woman,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
There's a woman, and the way that they describe her in the scripture is so beautiful. She's a woman who's clothed in the sun.
That's right.
Just beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And she's got a crown on, and she's with child,
That's right.
and she's travailing, right? But there's a dragon in the scripture who's ready to devour the child
Yes, sir.
before it's even born.
That's right.
It's a beautiful picture when you understand.
Yeah, keep going.
Now, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said that that woman is representative of the messenger of God,
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
right?
Yes,
and
sir.
the child that she's about to deliver is a nation.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
A nation of people who will submit fully to her will. And the dragon is representative of the devil, or
Yes,
Satan.
sir.
Okay.
But remember, in Genesis, Satan was a serpent.
Right.
That's right.
Y'all know what a serpent is.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
Serpent's a little snake, little, you know what I'm saying? He sneak up. And they say, sister, that he whispered into Eve's ear and caused her to bite the fruit. I don't believe that.
I don't either. Ain't no way I believe nothing like
You gonna say
that.
they're gonna blame the sister, you
Come
know what
on,
I'm saying?
man.
Brother rebelling. Nah, man.
Man,
I don't
come
know
on,
what the hell he.
I don't either.
Yes, sir.
But
Shit.
by the time he gets to Revelation,
Yeah.
that serpent done grew
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
That's right.
He a dragon.
Yeah, he's a dragon now.
It's a dragon.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And if you know anything about a dragon, man, a dragon, you know, you really can't, you can only see a dragon in your mind's eye because it's a mythical creature. You know, we've never seen a dragon. Watch Game of Thrones or something, but you never really seen a dragon. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
Yes,
But
sir.
a dragon is something huge, it's powerful, he's fire breathing, he can fly. I mean, and it just hideous, right?
Yes, sir.
But this dragon is waiting to devour the child because he know the future of the child.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But during the course of this whole thing, the dragon spews out a flood.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Spews out a flood.
Yes, sir.
Now, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teaches us that that flood is propaganda,
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
right?
Yeah.
Because he's trying to keep that nation or that child or that nation from hearing what the woman or the messenger has to say.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
Nice.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So he spews out that flood of propaganda. He's an anti-Semite. He anti-gay.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a hate.
Yeah.
He's cavorting with enemies of America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He should be, what did they say? They said, I heard a news report. They said he should be charged, listen to this language, with sedition.
Yeah. That's
Yes,
right.
they
Go
use
ahead.
that word. Sedition.
They just
Sure
said
did.
that, man.
Yes, they did.
He should be charged with sedition.
Yeah.
He's a traitor. You know, sedition, they hang you.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, that's it for you.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But the dragon is spewing out that propaganda.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But what happens in the book is the earth swallows up the flood.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
That's right. Praise be to Allah.
Yes, sir.
Praise be
Praise
to Allah.
Allah.
The earth swallows up that flood.
Right.
And the earth, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Minister Farrakhan teach us, is representative of the people.
Yes, sir.
Because this woman, this messenger, this Farrakhan has been teaching the people, listen to me, for 63 years.
63.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
His
Go ahead.
ministry has spanned 63 years.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And he has been consistent for 63 years.
Yes,
We
sir.
don't know no black leader. We don't know
That's
no
right.
leader.
No.
Period.
Period.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
Period,
right.
man.
Who's been teaching
That's right.
consistently
That's
on
right.
behalf of his people for 63 years.
We
Yes,
don't
sir.
know.
So that earth, man, swallow that thing up, man. That's the first thing people say on social media. Is like, man, the minister wouldn't say nothing like that.
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
America.
That's what
Yeah.
Please, they ain't even have to do no research. They
Yeah.
don't know the minister wouldn't do
We
nothing
know our
like
leader.
that.
That's right.
We know our leader. We know better.
Man. So they working, brother. But the other thing about that scripture is after that, that man-child is born.
Yeah. Go ahead. Bro.
He's born.
Yes, sir.
That woman gives birth to that child. And that child rules the nation with a rod of iron.
Yes, sir.
That's you and I.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But then it goes a little further, and Michael and his angels.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Michael and his angels. Now it's important. You all should look up what Michael means. Anybody know what Michael means? Any
Go ahead.
biblical scholars up in here?
Who's like God? Who's like God?
Who's like God?
That's very good. Close. It's actually who is God.
Oh,
That's
who is
right.
God?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's what Michael means.
Yeah.
Who is God? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who
go
is
ahead.
God?
Yes, sir. Teach that.
And the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad before him are the only ones who really taught the true identity of who is God.
That's true.
right.
That's right. That's
The
right.
person of God.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
But Michael and his angels, man, go to war
Yeah.
with the dragon, and the dragon got some angels.
That's
That's
right.
right. Come on. Yes, sir.
The
Yeah.
dragon got some angels.
Yes, sir.
Look, man, y'all come and learn the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You're going to learn that. We're going to demystify all of this for you.
That's
Yes.
right.
Because do you all know what an angel is?
Yes, sir.
I have no idea.
Go ahead,
I
bro.
have no idea.
Oh, man, brother. Beautiful, brother. Look, because we all come from God.
Yep.
Is that right?
Right.
An angel is a human being.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Differing from you and I, only in that he don't have no choice but to obey.
Oh, man.
Yes.
He don't have a choice but to obey. But Michael and his angels go to war with the dragon and his angels.
Yeah, that's
and they
right.
cast the dragon and his angels into the abyss of hell.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
Go ahead.
All praise.
Yes,
is
sir.
due
Yes,
to
sir.
Allah.
Yes, sir.
That's the work of you and I.
Yes, sir.
Brothers and sisters, believe it or not. That's the work that our unity will bring about.
Yes, sir.
Believe it or not.
Right.
But you
Yes,
ought to believe it because
Yes,
it's the
sir.
truth.
Yes.
Believe it.
Yes, sir.
All praises due to Allah. Now I wanted to say this because praise be to Allah. We're doing good time.
Yes, yeah.
There are always questions regarding the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, the Nation of Islam. We can rail against the politics of this world, but what is your answer?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I can say unequivocally that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that the best and only solution to the problems that plague black and white in this country is separation.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
I agree with you.
Listen.
Unequivocally.
I agree with you.
Yes.
Yeah, go
I
ahead,
agree.
brother.
Unequivocally.
Yes,
I
sir.
do too, unequivocally, I agree.
Let's go.
But we know that everybody not gonna see things the way that we see it. In the vote. And what if I want to be a part of this party?
I started out like that. I started out like that.
Do you all have an agenda?
That's what I'm
Yes,
saying.
sir.
What
You
is
see what I'm
it?
saying? What is the agenda?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Let's define it.
Y'all always talking this stuff, but y'all ain't got no
No
agenda.
points at all. Shit. Oh,
But
excuse me.
I'm here to tell you, sisters and brothers, that we absolutely have an agenda.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
we do.
You know, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan in 1995 called for 1 million black men to descend upon Washington, D.C., and 2 million showed up by
Yes,
God's
sir.
grace.
Yeah.
I was one of them.
And we're
Come on.
still benefiting off of that
Yes, we are.
spiritual food that
Still
the Master
benefiting.
gave us in
That's right.
1995.
We still benefiting it.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes.
But the enemies, you know, came out after that, you know, and spewed out some more propaganda.
Yeah, that's right.
Sure did.
Lying. There was
Sure
only
did.
400,000.
Yeah, tried to say wasn't that many and all that stuff. Sure did. Tried to discredit the man.
Trying to discredit the minister again.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And what he was able to do, just in response to that, with Allah's help, was he did it 2 more times.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Come on.
The Million Family March in 2000, then the Millions More Movement in 2010, right?
Yes, sir.
So, what came out of it, I'll show you this. And I don't even think Muslims be really looking at what we have. This is the Million Family March National Agenda.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Public policy issues, analysis, and programmatic plan of action.
Yes, sir.
This was spanning from the years 2000 to 2008.
Okay.
Yes,
Now
sir.
understand, this isn't something that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan just came up with. He got with the best of our people in
Yes, sir.
regards to politics and policy and what it is that we need as a nation. And this is what they came up with.
Agenda.
This is actually a national agenda.
Yes, sir.
It addresses, I'm just read some of the things that it addresses and see if this should be part of our agenda. I mean, imagine taking this agenda to Governor-elect Polis. So you got section 1 deals with, listen, family, morality, family, morality, and public policy.
Yes,
That's
sir.
section
Go
1.
ahead, brother.
Section 2 deals with political empowerment. Section 3 deals with justice issues.
Yes.
Under that, you got, listen, law and justice, racial profiling,
Yes.
police brutality, juvenile justice, drugs, prison reform, political prisoners,
Yes, sir.
immigration.
Yes, sir.
Just think about what candidate has touched on any of these issues.
None. I don't know.
Section 4, strengthening the family. Oh, I didn't mention under that justice issue, Brother Ahmad, reparations.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Reparations. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Right now.
What candidate is talking about reparations?
I ain't heard.
Yeah, that's right. Go ahead.
I sure ain't hear it. I've been waiting a long time. Excuse me.
Section 4, listen, Governor-elect Polis, marriage and family. Hello. Education, special education, youth, computer literacy, caregivers. Wow, really? Caregivers? In America?
Yes, sir.
Section 5, quality of life, deals with health, pro-life or pro-choice, HIV/AIDS, employment, housing, welfare reform, Social Security, Medicare, arts, and entertainment. Think that over now.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Section 6, economic transformation, rebuilding the American economy, urban and rural economic development, agriculture, business and economic development, telecommunications, wealth creation, capital formation, District of Columbia, affirmative action, national security. Section 7, America's foreign policy, international relations, the future of Native Americans in America. The Global Sullivan Principles, expanded assistance and support for Africa and the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That
National agenda.
is a national
Yes, sir.
agenda.
That's
Yes,
a true
sir.
national agenda.
Yes,
yeah.
you understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
covered everything.
Put your hands up.
Yeah, it covered everything. Covered everything.
So praise be to Allah, family. Again, look, I want to thank you all for coming out. We have a little bit more, but I'm gonna finish up in the interest of time. We have a little bit more, but suffice it to say, the time is now for us to unite.
Yes, sir.
The time is now for us to unite. The time is now for us to really pay attention to what's going on with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan,
Yes, sir.
and to join on with him to make our communities better and decent places to live. Is that right?
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
The time is now for us to put aside all of our petty differences, just like we were able to do here with this facility. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And to help build the nation of Islam in Denver, Colorado.
Yes,
So
sir.
what that looks like, family, is not just us coming and meeting and having a lecture. What that looks like really is to build beautiful people, like we said before, beautiful families.
Yes, sir.
To start uniting and building, making our communities better.
Yes, sir.
Build businesses, like real businesses. Because we can't continue down this road.
No.
That's right. We can't. This country has nothing left to offer us.
That's
No,
right.
thank-
Except for we do
That's
something
right.
for ourselves.
That's right. That's all. That's it. Nothing else.
And you know,
Nothing in between.
I'm watching this dude, Donald Trump, man. and I think that he's good in the sense that he's gonna make us do something
Yes.
for ourselves.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, if anything came out, I would agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you, Minister.
That's
Yeah.
right.
But
Yeah.
the reality is, the thing that I don't like, it really kind of, excuse my language, pissed me off, is
Go
the
ahead,
way
brother,
they
go
treat not just black people, but black women in particular.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
He dislikes them deeply.
He hates black people.
Well, okay.
That's right.
Taking
Black
enough.
people,
Yeah.
But he's really disrespectful
Try
to
women?
black women.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Try
He
what?
called our sister, and we didn't, agree or disagree with her politics, but he called our sister Omarosa a dog.
Sure did.
Y'all know what that is.
Come
Yeah,
on
It's
now.
a female dog.
Dog,
I'll
yes,
say
it
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then this fool is sitting up there. He had a press conference, and he tells the sister, she asked a question about some racist stuff that he was doing. He gonna tell her that's a racist question.
Yeah, that you just asked.
That's a racist question you just asked.
Yeah.
Then he tells our other sister, he says, that's a stupid question.
Yeah, that's
Sure
what he
did.
said.
Not seen
Yeah.
before. You always ask
Yeah.
Stupid question.
Yes.
Yep.
Then our sister April Ryan, he said, now she's a real loser, that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what he said.
talking about our women.
Damn. These women ain't got no husbands.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'll pay that fool a visit, man.
You ain't lying. You talking about a woman like that. Oh,
Straight up
shit.
talking about, man. But I say that to say, brothers and sisters, we need to unite.
Yeah.
We
Now.
need to unite
Yeah, right
and
now.
come out of this system.
Yes,
Scripture
sir.
says, come out of her, my people, and be not partakers of her sins and her plagues. They are
Yeah.
reached heaven. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And now is that hour.
Yes, it is.
So, again, man, I thank you all for coming and making this a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful grand opening. Please give yourselves a round.